Hey, everybody.
Hey, welcome back.
Guess who? It's Frank and Carrie. Some people's favorite, some people's second favorite. I'd say some people's third favorite. And some people not favorite at all, but they watch because of the house.
That's true.
So I think a lot of people watch because of the house. And the house that we're talking about is this old abandoned mansion we found.
Yes.
And we're fixing it up.
She was in sad shape, but she's better.
She's still in sad shape, but
she's better.
We're having a good time.
We are.
What's on the agenda today?
Today we are up here in the attic, but we are working on floor joists. We are actually removing them and putting some new ones in, and it's kind of fun to watch.
And sorry about the audio in last week's video. We were stuck in Dallas in a hotel room.
I forgot the mics.
Carrie didn't have any microphones. We looked at Walmart, and they had one for $40, but we don't make $40 a video. It was not worth it to buy a microphone.
No, and this is the last video that we have to do a complete voiceover. We got the audio fixed on the cameras.
And then it's back to normal.
Yeah. So
thanks for sticking with us through camera issues.
Yeah.
We know. We don't like watching videos that have camera issues either.
Yeah. So we appreciate it. So thanks for watching.
Thanks. Here we go. More floor joists.
Yeah, this is that second one that's going in right there by that post that we talked about last week.
Making it more structural.
Mm-hmm. And cutting out that floor right there made it so much easier to get it in.
Are we gonna leave it like that?
No. We use screws and we use nails. You can see how it's a little. We have to get it all shimmed up and leveled up.
Ooh, I'm standing on my platform down there.
Yeah.
Carrie's panning across, showing exactly what we're doing.
Right. You can see how we need to get that flush with each other, and
we're making it from a floor joist into a floor beam.
Yes. And
we don't know exactly what it's called. Once we were asked, when does it become a beam? And we don't know the answer for that. So if you know the answer for that, if you're a construction person, let us know when a floor joist becomes a beam.
Right.
Is it 2 floor joists together? Is it 3?
But now that we have those 2 in place.
Well, that looks solid.
Oh, it is.
Oh, I'm getting ready to put all the weight. Take that post out.
Mm-hmm.
The temporary post. One of the temporary posts. Get ready to take that out and take the weight off the platform.
We were a little nervous, even though we knew that it would hold. It's still one of those.
There's my my blocking to make sure my hydraulic jack didn't sag. Think it's gonna work?
I think so. Well, Frank was very funny. I said, I'll back up here, and he's like, chicken.
Well, yeah, because since I'm under it. Oh, the jack's released.
Taking the screws out that was holding it to that beam.
How come the heater's not on?
It was actually...
Must have been decent that day.
Yeah.
Boy, look at that pale blue stained glass behind us.
I know.
That looks so beautiful.
It worked.
Yay, now the everything's supporting itself exactly like it's gonna stay.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty exciting. It was an exciting day for us. So Frank's, of course, going around and hammering in those proud nails.
Well, it's the case of sometimes the framing nailer doesn't fit quite right. Sometimes the pancake compressor isn't putting out enough air. Sometimes there's always reasons for nails not setting exactly right.
Yeah, Frank was hammering with his left hand.
Oh, I must be amphibious.
Yes.
Oh, we missed something smart there, I'm sure.
Yeah, but we are using Bertha at this point to get all these these 2x12s up there.
It's a lot easier way to take 16-foot lumber and put it into the attic, I tell ya.
Much easier. And I'm pointing to the area that we are going to be removing that floor. It makes sense since we're replacing and not sistering, and we'll reuse that wood in several places, but we're going to be doing the next 4 floor joists. So it was kind of an exciting day. We just made a huge hole in the floor. So here we go.
Ooh, a time lapse.
Yeah. So it was kind of, this one made me laugh just because Frank's sliding.
It's called a moonwalk. The kids don't know what moonwalking is, but boy, I tell you what, I learned it.
But
Look at that.
yeah, we had to take it that far because some of those floorboards were really long, but they were in good shape, and
we were done with cutting them.
Yes.
Because
we wanted the length.
Right. We didn't want to. These. You'd be surprised at how much it costs to get heart pine flooring cut.
Yeah, and
you might not be surprised, but it's a lot.
It's a lot, but that's a look at it without the flooring on it. And you can tell that some of those 2x12s still have a lot of really good wood on them. And we made a pretty good stack of wood over there, but this is me explaining why we went as far, but we stopped there. You can see where all that rotten wood is right where I'm pointing, and that's all going to come up as well, but we weren't prepared for that.
And we don't have to put a temporary floor in if there's already a old permanent floor there. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of showing the great big hole we created in the floor, but have nails we still have to take out.
I think this area is about 600 square feet, so we'll have to.
So we're discussing now of knocking off that lath and plaster in this area that you see here. This is underneath.
It's going to be nice for the plaster not continuing to slowly fall.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we just knocked it down, and we made sure to put stuff underneath of it before we knocked it. We had to clean all this stuff up out of the way, but we did it the easy way. We went
sure, a lot easier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
been standing on the ladder and trying to pry these.
Pry it off, and it falling on you. So we just.
Obviously, you don't even need a dust mask.
No. On the bottom you did, but I thought that it was raining lath and plaster, but you can see the protection we put on the floor. So,
who's gonna have to clean all that up?
That would be me.
Oh, I helped some.
You did. You were up on the platform, gathering.
I continued actually doing the real work while you just did the piddly stuff.
But we made quite the mess. But a lot of that lath is still in good shape, and so we'll probably reuse some of that.
Yeah, we were watching a video today of people reusing lath. Make, do, grow.
Yes.
A couple in Portugal. So they're actually a little bit ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
They're using the lath and lime plaster, so
love
excited
that
to watch
shot.
them go.
Yeah, I love that shot up into the attic. That's pretty cool.
Looked a long ways up.
Yeah, it was.
There's Carrie working hard. Wearing a dust mask.
Yeah.
Picking up the lath first.
Yeah, it's easier to get to the plaster then.
That looks like a lot of fun.
So,
Uh-oh.
Operation.
Taking out
That floor joists. Yeah. So he already pulled that first one up.
I mean, these are 14, just a little over 14 foot long. So by the time you pull that out, that's 12 feet of really nice lumber.
Which we'll reuse for.
That's I mean, people sell that
Right.
for quite a bit of money.
Right.
We like using the old stuff, and it would have been silly to leave that in with the new 2x12 sistered against it. It just didn't make sense to us.
And Frank's pointing to the new ones going in.
Yay!
So we were pretty excited for this stage. He's got to clean all that brick out of there, and while he's doing that, I'm still down here, and
People love time lapses of you cleaning.
I know, but I had to pick out the nails because there were a lot of nails that fell, and we couldn't throw that out the window. So I'm going through it, sifting through, trying to find as many nails as I could, and then I had to stop.
Oh, this is where I almost threw some bricks on you.
Yeah, so I stopped what I was doing.
Chicken.
So there's the first one in. I'm still down there cleaning at this point, but we were tag teaming today.
I think I was telling you here, you might want to move.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna start taking some bricks out.
Yeah. But you can see the joist hanger there on that.
I'm doing two different things here. We're using joist hangers, and then we're gonna put metal underneath. That's a brick wall, so we're gonna put metal underneath the floor joist. So it's gonna have a joist hanger and metal onto that brick. So those are gonna be solid.
Right. Now the other end isn't attached just because we still need to put that band joist there, but we weren't ready for that yet. So, but he's getting ready to do that one.
Oh, I'm working hard.
Yeah, you're contemplating.
Is that what it's called nowadays?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm gonna
You're
pontificate something tremendous.
This post right here that supports the roof up there.
Ah, this is where I realized that originally that post was sitting on brick.
Yes.
And the brick deteriorated because of moisture.
Right.
So that post was sitting on just that 2x8 that's spanning between those floor joists.
Correct.
So it had started to sag just a little bit.
And then we were going, now what?
That was an interesting one.
So.
It's amazing what you find and go, huh, that was holding up the roof for this whole time.
Right. So you're explaining that you're going to take those bricks out and put a jack in to hold it while we replaced it, and then you were going to put some blocking underneath so that it didn't have to rely on that.
Yeah, because right now there's nothing. I mean, those bricks are just sitting in there.
They're just for decoration.
Yeah. If you like decoration under your posts. I must have taken the bricks out because the jack's in there now.
You did. So I figured they got the idea of the brick.
How many pumps does it take to take pressure off a post?
Well, she popped and moaned and groaned the whole time you were jacking that post, but
taking out the bridging so we can continue on removing. Now I can take those joists out because they are no longer holding that post up.
They're not. So that's why we did it. And then we realized, wait, we got to take the supports off. So we took those off as well.
And I pulled these up in the attic. I think it's going to be easier to get them, believe it or not, it's going to be easier to get them out of the attic than off the second floor because we can put them out the window onto Bertha.
Yes.
Because I don't know when the next time we're going to need 12-foot 2x8s.
True.
We've now got a few of them.
Yeah.
Look at that nice piece of lumber.
Oh, I know.
I mean, we do have places in the house where if we wanted to, we could reuse these as floor joists because there's places that don't have the 14-foot span.
Right, and here I'm again explaining that we will put in that 2x12, so that end's a little wiggly. So we still have that one to go, and then the one underneath the porcupine post.
Yeah, so, porcupine post.
Yeah, so those are the two that are the ones that we had to go. We were doing 4 of them today. And just Frank cleaning up underneath.
That's a rock hammer.
It is a rock hammer.
What am I doing using a rock hammer to...
You were actually over there breaking out the brick.
Oh.
So, and that just got in your way, so you...
So I'm using the brick hammer in a way it was not intended.
Correct.
Because I was working on brick.
And that's exactly why I wasn't working underneath you. So you didn't throw a brick at me, you just knocked that.
It looked almost like a brick.
I know, you thought it was. I'm like, no, it's just that piece of wood. But him just cleaning out all that brick. And
now what am I pointing to?
You're asking me, do I have enough on there.
Oh,
on
bearing surface.
The bearing surface to make it go sideways. And I said, yes,
Yeah,
you
because
do.
I didn't want
It to
to knock this
fall.
down and it.
Yeah. So.
Because it's hard to hold an entire 2x12, a full dimensional 2x12, 14 something foot long.
Yeah, those
up
are
by one end.
They may still be bad on one end, but they are still just as heavy can be.
And they're beautiful boards.
Oh.
I know we've said that hundreds of times, but man.
It really is. Frank swap boards.
It worked.
Yeah, and we were all those holes in the floor. It's like mind the gap.
And I only walked on the 2x12s that were positioned.
Yeah.
I mean, secured. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a good shot of the jack doing its thing, and it's all cleaned out. So, and look, it's getting ready to go back in.
Yay! I must be cutting blocking.
Actually, no. You are actually cutting the joist.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that, and it goes.
It must have been a 16 foot, and I'm cutting it down to around 14 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's amazing.
It is.
Seems like it'd be easier if you helped a little bit.
I tried,
Oh.
and you're like, I got it, let go.
We
Which is
need
fine.
the videographer anyway. What were you gonna do?
Well,
Push it over here instead of me dropping it down.
yeah. So.
Now
Wait for it. Crowning.
I crowned the lumber. We are a DIY channel. We're not an instructional channel. Don't do things the way we do them. But yes, we do. In general, we follow construction practices, which you want to find. If there's a bow in your lumber, you want to put it up.
Yes. And Frank putting in the joist hangers. So.
And these are the real Simpson strong tie screws that are supposed to be used with joist hanger screws.
Mm-hmm. And for the next one, again, we had to take out the support underneath. So.
It's pretty easy to get these up, I'm sure.
Yeah, you make it look really simple. Just like this. There you go.
that didn't look that talented.
And he got that side all cleaned out.
So am I just going to put it back on the floor joist and leave it alone?
Oh no, you do something special over there.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just getting it was a little difficult with the jack and everything, trying to get those.
And we hadn't found my palm nailer yet.
Yeah.
We had a palm nailer, but we hadn't found it. So we were trying to get these Simpson strong tie lag screws, joist hanger fancy screws in.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I had to use about a 7-inch extension on the screw gun.
Oh look, we got some blocking in there now.
Are those going to be permanent?
I think so. I don't think
Oh,
they're going to
yeah.
go anywhere.
They sure are.
So this is a big fix for this post.
It's never going to move again.
Nope. No.
Because
So yeah.
oh yeah.
It's set.
Those are 2x6s or I think they're 2x8s.
They're 2x8s, and we have
standing on end on a brick wall underneath the post.
and they are attached together, I guess, secured together. So
That post is never going to sag again.
It's not going to sag, at least not in our lifetime. So.
And we don't have to worry about termites up here.
Nope.
There's no termites ever going to get in the attic again.
So that was
just not a path for them.
That was the look of it and what it's actually holding. So that post is happy.
Yay, happy posts.
So we got those 4 in, and we were out of 2x12, so we couldn't continue, but we were going to cover that up, and
We must be getting close to the end of the video.
we are, but
That sure is a nice blocking end there.
yeah, we're going to do it to the porcupine post eventually, and do the exact same thing. You see the jack under there, and we're going to do it under this post as well when we get the true post to replace that one.
Oh,
So
well, I guess until next week.
You have a helper, Frank? Are you helping him, Mia? Are you helping him?